Okay, hello and good day to everyone that is currently tuning in here at Phoenix Holdings. Once again, this is going to be your host for today's AMA CH, and right now we have another exciting AMA, this time with UFD token. Is that how you call your
Yeah, yeah,
project, Bob?
yep, UFD. Yeah,
Oh, UFD.
right.
Okay, got
UFD.
it. And from the UFD team, I just mentioned his name a few seconds ago, Bob Peter. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. Good to be back here. I'm not sure if you do remember me, but been here like
Familiar. You
multiple
have the
times.
profile picture of a certain project that I knew before. I think it was like, yeah.
The most recent one, I think that was Lunar Protocol. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, that rings a bell. I'm not sure if I was the one who hosted that, but yeah, that you definitely were here before.
Yeah, maybe three times.
Okay, you love our community here. We love you too, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
so I
love.
guess yeah, so I guess the markets now, if you see the markets right now, it's looking really good so far for
Mm.
like 2 days straight. So we can only hope it just keeps going up, and yeah, it'll be good for all.
Actually, pretty sure
Mhm.
it's
Pretty
Wait,
sure what?
it's cutting off on my it's cutting off in my end. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's not going to go up after like a few weeks or maybe after a few days. It's just a fake run.
Financial advice? Okay.
No,
Anyways,
no, no, not a financial advice though. Not a
it's
financial
fine.
advice, but based on like the readings and everything.
Yeah, might be another bull trap rather, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna be happy if it stays around 230 for BNB. Um, just stabilize at that,
Yeah.
and yeah, more potential for that. And yeah, so I guess to start off, can you tell us a little bit about something yourself? Maybe tell us some background about your crypto history and what led you to the creation or to be part of this project.
Okay. So yeah, as you all know me, actually, most people know me as Bob, or yeah, some people call me Feeder. I actually been in crypto already for like 2 years now. I've started with like regular trading, scalping, and some other stuffs, and I've been into the smart chain or the blockchain of finance, and like that was like last year, January ish or February ish. And yeah, I've also been just somewhat like all of you guys. I've been aping into projects first, and then I've been thinking that developing projects it's actually better because you get to help other people, and also you get to uh, spread your connections or your network. You'll be making it better, and it's going to be beneficial to you in the long run. Uh, it's not just actually beneficial in a sense that you go into like you build a project and you get other people to call you, but it's actually beneficial since even if you are resting, you'll be part of groups, private groups, or there will be some people who actually knows you and invites you and says you can come in here and yeah, gives you wireless pods, so for free or anything. Yeah, so I've started developing my own projects, and also after developing my own project, I actually think that marketing projects gives me more time freedom. Uh, so I've been into it for several months now, and I've got the connections that I need from developing my own projects, and as well as also from my peers who are as well as consultants. So yeah, I've built a great network already. And yeah, what led us actually to this project is that there are it's actually as a team. I'm actually talking about this project as a team. So most projects usually they focus on utilities which actually doesn't have real value on like in BSB. We're actually in BSC. So like for example, NFT marketplace, they just say they're just gonna be having a solo NFT marketplace and nothing else. Those almost, yeah. Actually, NFTs are almost non-significant in Binance Smart Chain, or like, and honestly speaking, and we actually want to create something that solves uh, the bridge, or like the gap between the real world and also the crypto world. We actually want to focus on both. We want to be that bridge. So we started this project, and the long term goal of this project is actually to build an e-commerce, something, some sort of, where you can just use your BUSD to actually purchase some stuffs, and it's actually not our stuffs, but we are like the bridge for you to like go to those delivery platforms where you can buy online. Yeah, and to save some fees, you can just pay in BUSD. And also, we actually did not stray away from those regular uh how to call this, those regular crypto utilities, for example, the game, and also the staking platform. We actually did not go away from that. We are still going to be doing that one. So yeah, that's basically how I am into crypto and what led us into this project.
That's a wonderfully vocal essay, I would say. And you have a really soft and mellow voice. I'm like, I can just listen to the entirety while you talk. And
Oh,
no
thanks,
surprise how
man.
you're able to build a following and connections and stuff. And this is definitely not going to be your first project. You've mentioned, do you have like 30 projects already before or more than that?
Uh, in here, I've actually had already three. I've been into Phoenix Holdings 3 times, but when it actually comes to like projects that I have handled, marketed, or have generally managed, I believe it's more than 20 or more. I actually lost count. I don't count. So
Okay,
yeah.
way too much. It's
Yeah,
just
way
more than
too
enough.
much.
More than enough to be
Yeah.
trusted in terms of um, being part of projects. But okay,
Yep.
so the name itself, UFD. I was thinking, did someone make a typo? I thought it was gonna be like UFO. So what's behind the name of the project, first of all?
Oh yeah, the name of the project is actually made by. Yeah, I'm not actually sure how they did name this one, but it's more of like a currency like USDC, UFD, and yeah, F is wait, what was
Like a
this?
stable
What
coin?
was
Is
this?
that what you're
Yeah, yeah.
trying
So
to?
it
Uh-huh.
yeah, somewhat like a stable coin. How to call this, the outlook of a stable coin, because it's not actually a stable coin, but the general aim of it is to use the stable coin. So that's why we actually have UFD, just like USDC, and everything else. We made it look like it. So yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to wrap my head around it. So just behind, this is just basically talking about the name itself. So it's a stable coin. It's not a stable coin that's inspired by a stable coin, but
Yep.
the project itself is, what kind of project is it? I've seen some staking and some airdrops
Okay. Yeah.
initially,
Okay.
so I
So
think you can, yeah, give an intro for that.
oh, wait. Sorry, it's actually breaking up. I thought you finished. Can you repeat that one, please?
Sorry, I think there's having some sort of delay. So what I was saying is that, can you give a short, maybe not even short, can you give an introduction and what UFD tokens is all about? Am I
Okay.
still cutting
So
off? Okay.
yeah, it is. I think it's actually a problem on my end because I'm actually a bit far from the Wi-Fi right now. Uh, can we like? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. One last time. One last time. Really
Okay.
sorry about this one.
Okay, I'm trying. Okay, I'm gonna do this as brief as possible. So, can you give an introduction and what a UFD token is all about?
Okay, okay, that works. Okay, so this project again, it's actually going to be the idea of it. That's why I said it is somewhat like it's part of the stablecoin. Is that we will be using the BUSD or the USDT, the stable coins, to use it for our e-commerce utility in the future. Which wherein you'll be able to swap your UFD to directly to BUSD or USDT, and use that USDT to purchase something online. Yeah, and also in this project, that's why we actually have multiple utilities. And the thing about our utilities, it's not just going to be only promises. Projects has always been focused on creating promises but never fulfilling those promises. We actually want to uh, create these utilities pre-launch. Most of it are going to be available pre-launch. I'd say around 60%, around that margin. Actually, let's say 40 to 60 or 70% is going to be available pre-launch. And what we are actually trying to build is a whole ecosystem built around the project. So it's going to be the, yeah, the e-commerce, the games, the NFTs, and also some other entertainment, banking, real estate. Yeah, endless possibilities with e-commerce actually.
Okay, so e-commerce. That's
Yeah.
that's actually something that I'm personally interested about, and I think this is something that should be more utilized within the blockchain, within the crypto space in general, because payment in e-commerce systems, especially online and website, can be really tricky and sketchy in some ways. You're going to be
Mhm.
exposing your bank details or any payment methods or accounts that has your money, which is really risky, especially if you're
Mhm.
going on a new website and stuff. So, in regards to the e-commerce, what kind of e-commerce platform are you trying to achieve? E-commerce in terms of like a shop or for
Yeah, like
services
for
or
example,
actual products?
online shops and services. That's actually the goal. We actually want to go global, but we always want to start where we can reach things. So the team is actually based in Southeast Asia. So we are going to be trying to focus first on those Southeast Asian companies. Okay, so let me just give you a brief thing also about the team. So the team are actually not just built around crypto. We actually have the owners and, for example, the co-owners also are the partners that they actually have. They are also based in the real world. They also have their own companies. That's why they want to build this type of business within the crypto space. They want to join. So this is like the bridge. So it is actually easier for them to go and access or talk to other institutions because they already have a name in the real world. So yeah.
A name in the real world. Is that something you can disclose or you prefer to keep
Yeah,
it?
okay, okay. Real world or like off crypto space. Let's just say it. Somewhat like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So
Okay.
like an actual company of some sorts. Is that what you're trying to say, or something
Yeah,
close to
yeah, yeah.
that?
That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, and it should not be named for now.
Yeah, yeah. I actually not sure if I'm supposed to name it, but
Okay,
once we
let's stay in the
actually,
seat.
yeah, but once we actually go and have like partnerships and stuffs, we will definitely be publicizing it in the official group. So yeah.
Okay, so that's something to look forward to. And I have to
Mhm.
say, going into a website the very first time earlier, we have one of the cleanest designed website. Like, nothing much to see, not much anything added to the website. I mean, it's as professional as a website can get in terms of the crypto space. And
Mhm.
although I can comment that it's hard to see that the main utility is going to be the all this the e-commerce marketplace that you were saying within the
Mhm.
website. So
Yeah,
I
it's actually in the white paper. The website
mhm,
is actually also yet to be updated. We'll be adding like the
okay.
full tokenomics, yeah, and everything because we are actually set to have our pre-sale that's like more than a week. So basically 2 weeks after, and we've already been laying out our marketing plans as early as now because we want to keep the momentum up. And as you can actually also observe, we are always going into AMAs and AMAs and AMAs because we want people to actually understand what this project is all about. Yeah, and also I actually forgot to mention it's aside from the e-commerce, that's there's also going to be that UFD coins pump system launch, which is actually on the 6th of a roadmap in the website. Uh, I'm not pretty. That was like I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with VLaunch. So yeah, VLaunch is actually having somewhat like that. It's actually not a coin pump system, but it is more of like an influencer pump system, or like they're getting those influencers that are actually trusted, laying it out all in there. And yeah, it's actually going to be similar. And yeah, it's all, but it's going to be tokens that we actually vet. So
It's not a launchpad, but more of like a vetting service. Is that correct?
yeah, more of like yeah vetting service where we promote them and yeah give like whitelist from our investors. Yeah, so somewhat like that.
Okay, you
It's
got
going to
quite a
be
lot
like
of utilities.
partnerships. Yeah, because what we actually want again is to build a whole ecosystem around this project, and it's not just going to be ending with this project alone. There are going to be multiple projects that the team have all actually the team have been in contact with. Also, future projects. They're like in contact with other devs, generally from Southeast Asia also. We've been in contact that will be adding their projects and will be getting into their projects utility and basically we'll be partnering, so somewhat like that.
Okay, so with the multiple utilities that you have, you mentioned already the vetting platform and the e-commerce side of things. So what is your actual what would you consider like your flagship product or service, and what are you currently focusing on in terms of like developing and or launching the earliest?
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so first we actually want to stabilize our floor or our those people that actually trust us. We want to get a fair share or like fair number of it. So before we actually go into these things, which includes the offline world, we actually want to focus also first on the crypto related platforms or utilities that we are going to be having. So there is going to be that staking. While waiting for everything, we want to have this staking as early as possible. And yeah, we also have this DApp where you can convert UFD to USD immediately. And also, there is going to be a game going to be developed. It's actually, a f- let's say, around 50-60% ready already. It's actually already playable, but it's not yet public or live. But because there's like a few twitches that we actually need to do with it. So yeah, the gaming, staking, and also the swap for the UFD to BUSD.
Okay, so mainly for now, I mean, the earliest possible
Mhm.
thing
Yeah,
to
yeah,
develop is going to be the staking and also the
yeah,
swap that's
staking.
going to be coming. Oh, okay, the
Yeah,
staking one.
the swap is actually already live, and you can actually go and it's actually an airdrop mechanism for now. So this swap pre-launch stage, it's going to be an airdrop mechanism where you can exchange. Currently you can exchange UFD to I mean BUSD to UFD, and there's also a referral program in that swap something where you can exchange BUSD to UFD, where you actually, if you use your referral link and uh, people who actually uses your referral link swaps BUSD, and you'll be getting your own fair share of UFDs too.
Just to clarify, is that for using and holding some of the native token if you have one? Well, the
Yeah,
swap is being used. Okay.
yeah. The swap right now, it's used to swap USD to UFD. Currently, you can actually use it. It's like an airdrop mechanism where you can purchase UFD ahead of time before the launch, actually. So, yeah, it's up and running right now. And there is a referral for that one where if you use your referral link, you can use it to send to other people and they can use that link to, swap USD to UFD. It's basically like an initial coin offering, but with like a referral standoff.
Okay, sorry. Okay. So with that, connected to my question earlier, do you have a native token or is it already launched if you have one?
Oh yeah, the native token is actually not yet live. It's going to be the pre-sale is on 20th, and the going to be live on the 21st. And yeah, we will be having our own native token, which is going to be the UFD.
Okay, so the native token, can you tell us what will be the benefits or utilities of having or holding it, and other
Yeah.
than the staking, of course? Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, the thing, what I can really say that the benefits of like holding the UFD tokens is first, like immediately at launch, it's going to be the staking because we want to get the staking like right after the launch. You can stake immediately your tokens because the volume is going to be insane during those days, and that's why we actually don't have like other benefits. For example, what do you call this? The rewards, those auto compounding, auto staking, some of stuff, because we actually want to keep the taxes really low. By the way, the taxes are 3 and 6, 3 for buys and 6 for sells. We actually also made it this way because we are preparing for other major sex listing so that we can decrease or remove the taxes completely maybe in the future. But we'll be starting with those not so strict sexes first, and then yeah, go on to the others.
Okay, sorry for taking a while. I was having some trouble pressing the unmute button. It's kind of bugging in my end. It's fine now. Okay, so the native token itself, do you can you tell us more about the tokenomics about it? Maybe the
Okay.
distribution, the taxes, those kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay. So for the native token, the distribution, the taxes is actually going to be 3 and 6, and 1% of it is going to the liquidity pool, and the 1% also. I mean, 2% from the sales are going to the buybacks and the rest are going to the marketing wallet, but this is actually subject to change like the distribution, but it is already confirmed that it's going to be 3 and 6. And also for the pre-sale tokenomics, the distribution of tokens, 2% is actually going to the airdrop. So this airdrop is actually something that you can already access, so you can already access these airdrops for again with our DApp. It's already ready. You can swap BUSD to UFD tokens already, and the guaranteed floor price or starting price is going to be 1 BUSD is equal to 1 UFD. And we've also set aside some tokens for marketing. It's going to be 5% for the RNT team, or for the team is going to be 8%. 10% is going to be available for exchange, and this there's going to be an ICO, or this ICO that you can actually see on the white paper is that we actually already uh, set aside some tokens for our offline investors. The team, uh, we actually have a team already assigned to go talk to people offline and invest into this project, which is linked to a certain company. So yeah, it's basically going to be it. And this investment management company, it's going to be future utilities, and DeFi. It's going to be the utility that we'll be having right after launch. For example, the for also the staking and as well as the gaming platform. It's actually a lot,
Gaming
but
platform.
no, it's actually a gaming utility, somewhat like
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
There's also going to be a
Again, an
game.
ecosystem. Yeah, really
Yeah,
large
an
ecosystem.
ecosystem, real
Exactly. It's
large
gonna be huge
ecosystem.
now. Yeah.
It's definitely going to be huge because it's actually not just going to be within this project. This project is actually just the start, and we are going to be linking to multiple and multiple projects in the future, and it's going to be really huge. You know.
Yeah, so with an ecosystem as large as that, I mean, definitely, as you just mentioned, you're going to be partnered with a lot of projects. So, as of the moment, do you have any current business partnerships that you would say beneficial to the growth of your
Yeah,
project?
there
Can you?
are
Oh, okay.
actually there are actually partners that we actually are in talk and have settled a deal with, but I'd say that we want to publicize these deals that we actually have post launch, like right after post launch. We will be publicizing their names because I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say these things or their projects just yet. And also, it's not just again projects that are existing; it's also projects that are coming. And those projects, they're like the devs are actually somewhat like close also in real life, and they've already made a plan with both projects how they're going to link it and how they're going to be doing the partnership. So basically, so not
Okay.
yet, just yet. Maybe
Okay.
it's
But
going to
it's in the
be right
process.
after the launch. Hmm.
Okay, right after the launch. Okay, that's definitely
Hmm.
okay. Sounds kind of promising, but personally hope you really deliver right after launch because the space that we work in today, lots of
Yeah, yeah.
promises, especially utility after launch, and then they don't. After launch is actually 2 months after launch.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's actually why to give or so that our investors will actually have like confidence in us, we are planning to deliver most of the utilities pre-launch, and most probably going to be like 2 days, if I'm not wrong, 2 days before launch we'll be able to uh, get like beta testers for the game that we'll be having. It's going to be somewhat of like a casino type of game. So yeah, betting something like
mhm.
that. It's like the whole idea of the game is somewhat like in a casino. So yeah, I will be having beta testers already and stuff. So yeah, and it's going to be available for the users or the investors of the project or holders actually.
Okay. So with those additional utilities, will you since it's gonna be an ecosystem, will it just
Hmm.
revolve around just one coin, native token, or in the future, do you have some plans to have any more do you call this
Yeah,
governance
additional
coin or
projects,
tokens? Yeah,
governance.
yeah,
Yeah,
additional.
that's
Yeah.
mm, yeah, that's actually the plan. Again, this is just like the start where UFD is actually going to be the link to multiple projects that we'll be having, and also will be partnering with in the future. So basically,
Okay, so lots to look forward to. And in regards to the token itself, have you done any private sales or pre-sales already, or is it still you still didn't do any private sales yet?
yeah, the private sale is actually already finished. We have raised, and we are looking to raise. We were looking to raise 30 BNBs, and yeah, we did so successfully. And yeah, the private sailors are actually going to be getting bonus tokens. It's going to be 25%. Yeah, 25%.
It's
And
actually
those people.
10% more the private sale. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, yo, what
Um,
was that? What?
Matt, you have
Yeah, it's actually 10% more tokens for
Yeah,
the private
10%.
sellers.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry. That was
sorry to
10%.
interrupt.
10%. Oh, I actually should have must have read something wrong. Yes. Okay. So yeah, it's 10%. I just confirmed right now. 10%
that would
more
be a lot
tokens.
better, like more fair in terms of the community. Because also another thing that a lot of tokens has been having like private sales compared to the launch price is going to be X2. And of course, as much as you can trust private sellers, they're still going to sell for X amount of the tokens at launch. We're just going to mess up the thing on launches, the price, the chart, and everything. So with that as well, even though it's just 10%, will you be doing any vesting for those private sellers?
Yeah, we actually want to give freedom to the investors, and yeah, there will actually be no vesting. So the thing is, we actually did not raise that much, so it's not going to be hurting the chart that much as well. It's only going to be 30. Yeah, that was only 30 BNBs, and the pre-sale is like 200. Yeah, 200. 200. Oh, wait, did I cut off?
Yeah, you cut off at like
Oh wait, did
200
I
to
just get
200
cut
BNB
off?
just for a few seconds. Yeah,
Yeah.
about
Oh,
when
sorry.
you were mentioning about it. So 200 BNB for the
Okay.
pre-sale itself.
Yeah, and
Max
the private
max,
sale
yeah.
is going to be yeah, the tops or the hard cap is going to be 200, and the private sale was like 30.
Okay, and what would be the maximum contribution for each wallet?
Yeah, maximum contribution is going to be 1 BNB, and the minimum contribution is going to be zero point 0.5.
Okay, that sounds pretty fair. And if you don't mind me asking, what launchpad are you planning to use, or do you plan to have your own in your website?
Yeah, for the launchpad, we're actually going to be using Pinksail. Additionally, because we want to use its KYC and audit to give the investors more confidence when going into this project. So yeah, and also all eyes are basically on Pinksail when it comes to launchpads these days. So yeah, we want to utilize its fame. And the thing is, with Pinksail, we are already more like friends or like partnered with them already. Our boss or the owner of the project actually are like friends with the owner also of the pink sale. So
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's a no-brainer. If you're that close with the owner of Pinksail, definitely it's going to be beneficial to have a smooth launching. And as you mentioned, Pinksail is one of, if not currently, the most popular launchpad that we have in this space that we work in. So, of course, people will be more confident to be using that to contribute. So, yeah, it's a smart it's the logical move to do that. And is it going to be a whitelisted pre-sale or is it going to be for public?
yeah, it's actually going to be whitelist first, and then after it's going to be public. But I'm actually think that we will be having some spots for the public because we like to give the pre-sale or the whitelist pods as scarce as possible. We want to give the whitelist pods importance. We are not going to be over subbing the pre-sale, over subbing that much. There will always be, for example, 200. Yeah, it's going to be
I mean, finally, that's that's the kind
or
of
there
pre-sales that
should
I'm
be
actually
a
looking
few
for.
left.
Yeah, you kind of cut
Yeah.
off before you said there should be a few left, but I got the essence of it, and yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. Actual whitelist. Usually whitelists are
Yeah,
not
because
so
it's
special.
actually really stupid. Like with yeah, that's true. It's like really stupid. You're getting a whitelist, but you're in a gas war with your fellow people that has gotten in whitelist. Like, what's the point of getting whitelist?
The thing is, projects, what they'll do, they'll over submit, and they're gonna do their best to make it an insta fill because people dig those kind of resales, but it's kind of useless. People work for those whitelists, but in reality, it's not a whitelist. It's just give you some sort of advantage, but still, it's not sure that you're gonna get in, which kind of beats the point of being a whitelist itself.
Yeah, I agree with that one. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
and
my internet
you okay?
wait.
Yeah, I think you're kind of cutting off
Well,
on and
yeah,
off, but
actually, it's on and off on my internet right now.
mhm. But you're still staying for the most part. Just for one or two sentences, you're cutting off, but you're still understandable for the most part. And in regards to the whitelist,
Okay.
how many are available, and what are the ways to have the whitelist?
Oh yeah. To actually get the whitelist, we'll be getting competitions from groups or channels, giveaways, and as well as those people that comes into the VC. Obviously, there are going to be whitelist spots going to be available for them. And another thing that we'll be doing is every after AMA, group AMA, or just like in the official group or in another group, we'll be taking a snapshot of the people that actually did come into the VC, and we'll be checking those people that always comes into the VC. We'll actually have mods that's going to help us tabulate these people that did come into the VC always, and we'll be providing them with whitelists as well. So, and another thing, there is always that sweep widgets competitions. Yeah, we also have a sweep widget competition that is ongoing. So yeah, those are the
Okay.
three ways currently to
Hmm.
get whitelist spots.
Okay, and you said you're not gonna overfill it, so in terms of
Yeah.
percentage, how much will be for the public compared to the um whitelisted
Uh,
people?
okay. So the thing is, we are actually going to be the whitelist pods that we'll be giving out. It's going to be close to the 200 ish, or a bit more than, or like early 200s. It's going to be within that margin, and I'm pretty sure not everyone is going to ape, and not everyone is going for the max buy. So I'd say the estimate for the public, it's going to be around 50 or like 60, 70 BNBs. It's going to be left for them. That's our target, to actually give the public a chance. So yeah.
Okay, that makes total sense. And 200 BNB is actually pretty low, which is always nice to have. You're not trying
Hmm.
to get like 500, 700 BNB, especially in this market. So that's a realistic, achievable hard cap to reach within this market. And of course, the limited whitelist will make it means it's going to be actually really precious because it's a sure win to get inside the pre-sale. Okay. Um, I guess we can. I pretty much asked all the questions I can in my side, and I think we're just about ready for the community questions. So you up for that now?
Yeah, sure, sure, sure.
Okay, guys. So as mentioned, we're gonna be now is the floor is now open for community questions. So you know the drill. If you wanted to ask a question, just raise your hand up, and I'll be allowing you to speak. And of course, we're also gonna be taking some questions over the main chat. But of course, BC questions will always be prioritized. So we got our first question from Jibenga. You're allowed to speak. Please ask your question, sir.
Hey, brother. Yeah, thanks for the opportunity, man.
Yep. Hello there,
Okay,
man.
I think this is a great project. I'm just kind of curious. I've been to the websites. I've seen the great features you're having for investors. But I would just love to ask the rewarding system. I would love you to like, is there maximum people I can actually refer? I mean, the referring system. How does it work? And how do you design it in such a way that people doesn't um, matric the referral system so that it can benefit the token holders that doesn't have opportunity to refer? And lastly, with respect to this community, are you guys looking up to extend your crypto community into a local community where English is not even a major language or not even a spoken language? What will be your plans for this so that you educate people and the the project will be like across all the groups? I would just love to know the plans you are taking towards these steps. Thank you.
Okay. The thing is, I'm not sure if I actually got everything uh, that you actually asked, though. There was like a gazillion questions all at once. So yeah, first let me just get into the referral system. So yeah, it's going to be around 15. Actually, don't have the. Well, let me actually try to find it first. And while trying to find it, I'll answer the second question. Can you phrase the questions one by one, because there was like gazillion questions. After the question after the referral system, can you go with that? Yo, bro, you there?
Oh, no. Sorry, kind of cut off for a bit. What was that? The last part?
Yeah, the second part of the question.
Jibenga, can
Uh,
you
uh,
repeat the second part? I'm not sure. Jibenga? Jibenga.
Hello?
Oh yeah. So
yeah,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
was the
Can
the
second
you?
part
second
of the question? Yeah.
the second part of the question is the plan of the team to extend the crypto to across the globe, to other
Yeah.
communities where English is not even a spoken community, and education about the good features they're having in the project. Because I've been to the website, I've seen the great features there, which actually need education to educate people about it. What will be the plans to like do that so that at least you attract more investors and you have more holders of the token?
Okay, love it. Okay, so before extending to other corners of the globe or other speaking communities, we actually always want to focus on a very cost efficient market, which is the international market, and as well as the Chinese market. we first want to develop those communities. We started with those because we know we can get the most investors out of them. They're very cost efficient, because making communities in, like, for example, I'm not sure. There's like a specific community. Let's, for example, let's say Philippines community, but there are not so much Filipino investors in the current market, so it is not cost efficient to be creating a community, uh, especially for them, just yet, because uh, those you need to be hiring mods, you need to be hiring translators, yeah, and everything. A VC mod for their own community. It's going to be really not cost efficient. We want to focus on things that are cost efficient first. So yeah, but we do have plans to go globally. We just say that it's not yet the time to actually go there. And also for the referral reward scheme, the direct invite or the direct referral, actually, you'll be getting 30% of the referral amount of UFD. That's for the direct. The first generation, it's going to be 20%, and the second generation, it's going to be 10%. So let's just say for the first, second, and the third generation, everyone get 200. And after, like, if everybody get 200 for the first, second, and the third generation, you'll be getting 120 UFD tokens. So, yep, that's basically how the reward scheme works. It's actually in our Twitter, the whole graph about the referral reward system. You can also check that out if what I was saying was like unclear, for the 30, 20, and 10. So basically, if you directly invite someone and they invite another person, you'll still be getting 20% from the next invite. And for the third generation, you're getting 10%. So, yep.
Okay, Jamaica,
Okay,
thank you for your
thank you.
question.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let's go on to the next question. The last Kenpachi. You're allowed to speak. Please ask your question, please.
Thank you. Hi, Bob. Hi, man. I've been aware of the projects that you're doing. I've been part of you from at least last half a year. I'll come to the partnerships directly, right? What I'm seeing on the website, I see partnerships with a lot of essential capitals and especially Coinbase. How is Coinbase involved in this? Because you're not launching on Crow Network. So how is Coinbase involved as a partner?
Oh, bro, can you actually repeat the? Actually, just got Coinbase. It's really there's like really a problem with the current network right now. Can you repeat that one? Make it shorter if you can.
All right. How is Coinbase associated as a partner? It is mentioned as a partner on your website. How is
Mhm.
Coinbase associated with this?
Okay, so I so yeah, my actually I'd like to say this. My current role in the group is actually the marketing lead and also the community managing lead. So as much as I'd like to answer that one, I need to get back on the devs and also the owners on that one, so that I can answer that one clearly or better, because I don't want to make stuff up. I want to be honest. So yeah, it's basically I'm here saying that I don't have actually don't know enough to actually answer this question. But if you'd like, please hop into our group and I'll be answering that question in like after the VC or this AMA actually in UFD in Phoenix Holdings. So yeah, is that cool for you?
But, yeah, but can you mention, since you are doing the marketing, you can talk about other things, right? Every other
Yeah, yeah,
partner
yeah.
that is when. Yeah. So how about this? Well, you are aware that this e-commerce thing is not pretty much new to this thing. Like it's not even in BSE space. It has been ongoing for at least 1 year. At least we have seen coins come and go, doing all this Rabbit, and recently there was Crypto that have been partnerships, huge partnerships with the biggest of the brands available. How do you want to get into this? I see you have got partnership with a few venture capitalists as well. How are they going to help you with the securing partnerships for the e-commerce thing? Are they going to help, or how are they going to help?
Oh, you like, how are we going to be? I'm really sorry because again, it's really cutting off. But what I actually understood from your question, how are we going to be making those connections, like with like e-commerce, and how are we going to get ourselves out there? Is that like the point? Did I get that correctly?
Yes, how these partnerships you have already got, how are they gonna help you get the securing partnerships of the brands for e-commerce and stuff? How and if they're gonna help you with this? That's it.
Okay. Okay. So again, the owners, I've actually already mentioned this one earlier. So the owners actually of the project are actually big peoples. They have their own organizations, their own companies, or it's actually some are also like in a high position in a company where they can focus first on the uh, those companies that are reachable first, which is situated or based in Southeast Asia. So that's how we are going to be doing it. And also, the next part is how is it going to help us? Is that we are going to be focusing on those companies that actually has connections to those, e-commerce types of stuff. For example, those selling, online selling, and some other stuff. We'll be doing partnerships with them directly. So yeah, basically.
Okay,
I'll
thank you so
come
much.
more that
Oh,
question later. Thank you, Sage. Thank you.
okay, amazing question, last Kenpachi. I appreciate your questions, and let's go on. You can answer maybe one or two more questions. So let's go with Dice. You're allowed to speak. Please ask your question, Dice.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Dice. Please ask your question.
Oh, okay. My question is, the so-called process of every project is easy, but to develop the ecosystem, stabilize prices, and expand the market is a challenge to every project. So my question is, what's your first step to solving this problem? Do you have any plan to maintain token price and supply the market? Did you get my question?
Oh yeah, I get that one. So let me just say it again so that I'll know if I actually understood it correctly. Because again, it's always breaking on my end. So you're asking, we have always, most projects usually are promising an ecosystem or a utility, but with the current market and everything, how are we going to deliver it, and what are the initial plans to actually overcome the bear market? Is that the correct one? Did I get that one correctly?
Yeah. And also, how do you plan to maintain token price and supply?
Can you repeat that one?
I think he's trying to ask about the stability since it's gonna be a stake. There's gonna be a staking platform, and the common problem between in staking platforms is that it's somehow the supply is unbalanced. So, what's your plans to somehow stabilize it to be good for the long term for the staking?
Oh, okay. So, to start, it actually kind of like this question because this is where the marketing plans actually comes into play, or like those crypto related marketing. As you know, let me just, I've actually introduced myself. I am a marketing lead of this project, and it's not just it's going to be focused, centralized on my marketing expenditures. It's going to be focused on crypto related markets. So yeah, what we're going to be doing to actually stabilize the floor for this project is actually to also do develop the utilities that is going to create demand of the project. But before we actually do that, we need to get the word out about this project first. So we need to get an exposure, the right exposure that we actually need, and the right exposure for the utilities that will be going to be having. Because believe it or not, the investors, or like the current investors, I'd say around less than 10% of them are actually going to be using the utility that you'll be developing. So we need to market first the utility to those people that actually uses it. So it's going to be, for example, we'll be having a gaming platform. So we'll be also be talking to gamers. It's not just going to be crypto related gamers, but it's also going to be generally gamers or some other YouTubers that play some random games and some other fun games. And we'll be partnering. We'll be trying to make a partnership with them because I've actually always been mentoring partnership. Why we do like partnership? Because partnerships, it's actually a bit more costly, but it is going to be more beneficial to the project in the long run because they'll be actively promoting the project. Because basically we've included them or we've added them as a part of the project. So yeah, they'll be actively promoting this project. They'll love to see the project pump or see the project go up. So yeah, it's going to be the demand of the token and also the marketing plans that's going to be set aside so that we can get our exposure out there. So the marketing plans, it's basically going to be those basic stuffs, but it's going to be done smartly. We actually like to call this thing smart marketing because marketing is not just always about getting Gollum, getting some other people, getting influencers. It's also about the timing and the right target market. And with the experience of the team, with again me myself, I've consulted more than 20 projects in the past, and I've known who to get when I'm getting uh, like a certain target market. For example, right now we're actually doing AMAs. For example, Phoenix Holdings. We're doing it because we know this group or this AMA group is actually really good for uh, people that wants real utility, and we are not just going into those groups that just focuses on pump and dumps. So yeah, it's going to be basically timing and knowing who to get and when to get them. So yeah.
Okay. So yeah, quite a well thought of marketing plan that you have. And I guess that's pretty much it for the community questions. Unfortunately, just look at the time and time flies. It's almost an hour. So it's just about time for us to start wrapping up this AMA and amazingly answered questions. But Peter, I know you're having some difficulties with the connection, but still splendidly answers to all the questions. So for the people here who still have questions that are not able to be covered here within this AMA, I encourage you to please join UFD on their Telegram group. It's pinned, so right there, you can ask your questions that's not here, and I'm sure that Bob and the rest of his team will be more than happy to answer all of your questions. So I guess to finish or top off this AMA, Bob, can you give us a short summary on why people should be investing in UFD in the near future?
Okay, sure. Okay, so UFD is actually going to be a whole ecosystem with a real utility that's going to be launched. And again, how are we going to be getting your trust to ape into this project with a utility promise and the whole ecosystem? Is that it's not just going to be those regular uh, audits or any other KYCs. It's going to be the delivery of the utilities, mostly pre-launch. So yeah, that's going to be it.
Okay, that's pretty much it. And guys, pre-sale isn't gonna be 2 days. Is that correct?
It's actually going to be on the 20th.
Oh, okay. What
It's
was it? I don't know where I get the 2 3 days. Oh my god, I'm sorry about that. The 20th. Okay, so it's not gonna be in
yeah.
the 20th, but even though there's gonna be some guaranteed slots for the public pre-sale guys, there's a whitelist contest and going. We mentioned it earlier in the AMA. One of them are like being active in their Telegram group, Sweep widget, those kind of usual stuff where you get the whitelist. So you're guaranteed to have an actual slot in buying for the pre-sale. It's not gonna be oversubscribed. So you got a whitelist, yeah, you got a sure ticket to the investing and within the pre-sale. So with that being said, Bob, thank you so much for being once again for the third time. Hopefully we'll see you again on the fourth, fifth time. As long as you keep getting on projects here at Phoenix Holdings, we definitely love you here, man.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, most definitely, man. Thank you so much for having us, and ciao, everyone.
Yeah, ciao everyone. Choose whichever country you're from. Good night, and see you again in
Yeah.
the next AMA.